I'm in the suburban streets, baby, where it could go down anytime. Somebody could come out and grab a newspaper. Yeah, at any time. Now, let me speak on this. Victor Wembanyama. He ain't been in the United States damn near a whole summer, and he already know he got to fight here. You gonna get into some fights. So they already know Victor Wembanyama is soft. He come from France. So running like a Frenchman from a cap gun, they decided they got to toughen him up. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, man? Yeah. So what they decided to do is to put him into boxing. This ain't this isn't Victor Wembanyama's decision. This is Popovich. Popovich want him and some of the other players to go do some workout, do some boxing exercises, get tough. This gonna build up their confidence, getting some work in. If I'm an NBA basketball player and I gotta play against Victor Wembanyama, you know what this tells me? They know he's soft. He ain't what they say he is. And I'm gonna take it to him. So they coming. They already want to dog him. They want to be the first guy to embarrass him. The NBA sat Scoot down because they knew Scoot was gonna bring it to him. Scoot was like, I got drafted number 3 because of him. All because he had to bring it to him. Man, all these players be lying. I'm gonna bring that whole interview over here because there's still a lot of people who haven't seen the whole interview. They just see that clip where I talk about LeBron. But y'all need to see the whole interview. The whole interview is like a master class on what Casino is all about. But how detached I am from the brainwash. Victor Wembanyama, you just finished the MJ video? Yeah, that was like a 15-minute video. I went live as soon as I got the information. My phone was like at 1%. I said, oh, this is scoop. Now watch, somebody gonna take what I said on the video and then they gonna make that video go viral. But want to keep me shut down and sabotaging my channel. Well, Wembanyama's gonna have to prove it. He gonna have to show his toughness on the court. And yeah, you might have to push somebody up and pop somebody in the mouth. Look at Rudy Gobert. He's from France. He had to come over here. He had to get tough. Now, granted, nobody, a couple of guys didn't care about how tough he was. Rudy get popped in the mouth. Mm-mm. See, that ain't the problem. The problem's a little bit more complicated than what has been presented. See, the problem is this. Victor Wembanyama really hadn't been tested. They shut him down in Summer League because the game was going too fast. He looked like a deer out there, just looking lost. Oh, we going back this way? He was looking lost as hell out there. I'm like, does he know what team he on? That boy is confused. That boy looking like a cyclone hitter. That boy, he was looking down at his jersey to see. Okay, yeah, he got the same jersey as me. He on my team. Do I go here? Okay, I'm here. I said, damn, this dude don't know any of the playbook. He can't even naturally play. They said, oh, he's looking bad. We want to highlight him so much, but he's looking bad. And the refs was trying to bail him out. They giving him foul calls. He wasn't even fouled. And they giving him foul calls. Everything. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. In the way that it's because the NBA does this. They try to create superstars instead of letting them materialize. When Michael Jordan came in the league, no hype. There was no hype whatsoever. They thought, oh, this is just another guy who's going to make some highlight dunks. That'll be it. None of the hype. That was a big fat zero in the hype department. Michael Jordan came through. He dominated in the Olympics before he played for the Bulls. Won the gold medal. Was the most dominant player in the '84 Olympics. Came there, got Rookie of the Year. So, what does that tell you? No, Yao Ming could play way better than Victor Wembanyama. Don't do that. Yao could play. And he was physical. He just wasn't going to have a long career in the NBA. Being that tall, he started to have foot problems. And when a big guy like that start having foot problems, that's usually a sign that it's pretty much over, or the beginning of the end. They never wanted Yao Ming to win an NBA championship. They sabotaged the Houston Rockets so that they wouldn't. Yao, they wanted to use him and his popularity, but never let him win a championship. That'll be mentioned on the Patreon. We'll go into what happened, the politics behind that. Remember, Jeff Van Gundy exposed what a referee told him. And they had to bring Jeff in for a conversation. That's a big thing to talk about. Well, Van Gundy never coached again after that. He was only on television. After the statement was made, he was not going to be allowed to coach again in the NBA. So for everybody on my Patreon, we'll tackle that, and you'll know the truth about what happened there. Oh, definitely. Well, see, the fact of the matter is this. When you have people such as Stephen A. Smith and all those other guys, they're paid to promote these players and build them up because they feel like they can make stars. They felt they made Kobe Bryant. They promoted Kobe Bryant when he first came in the NBA, got on the Lakers, and Eddie Jones was the two guard. They wanted Kobe starting so bad, they were pushing for it. Dale Harris, who never coached again, was hell-bent on coaching his way. And he was not playing young players. He put Kobe Bryant in the game to take those shots at the end of the game because he knew Kobe Bryant couldn't make those shots. He was trying to prove a point. And he used Kobe Bryant to do it. He wasn't finna be pressured. But he said, okay, y'all want this guy in here? Fine, let's put him in there. This is why I don't put Shaq up there on the top of the list. Dog, you getting beat by the Utah Jazz, and all they got is Greg Ostertag. How are you the dominant guy? You ain't dominate Jack it. You came there in 96 and didn't win to 2000. For 4 years, all the other centers got old and was at home. And you the only big thing out there and can't dominate. I'm gonna put you up there with all of the greats. Of course, if it's over Shaq. That's not even a question. Shaq as a person, love him. Love Shaq as a person. Shaq the player, didn't love him at all. Thought he was completely, ridiculously lethargic. He should have been the most dominant thing in basketball. Now I agree with Kobe. You're not going to work to get to the ball. I'm not just going to just give you the ball. You ain't putting in the work. Kobe is about hard work. He had to develop to get to where he is. He already had the skill set, but he didn't have it all. He wasn't that Mamba yet. He had to ascend to get there. Michael Jordan came in the NBA. He was a great scorer. He could score the basketball. But the overall game of basketball, there was things that you could do to Michael Jordan to take him out of his comfort zone. And he would isolate the team and try to take it all on his shoulders, and he would lose. All those great games you see Jordan scoring on Bird, 63, in the Garden and all that, they lost. They lost. Jordan putting up big numbers and they were losing. Why? Because Pistons used their whole team. They used to play the Pistons. No problem. We'll just beat Michael and the Bulls again. Wasn't a problem. Personnel-wise, they couldn't match up because the Pistons used their team. But they show you highlights of the Pistons just beating on the Bulls. I could show you a whole highlights of the Bulls whooping on the Pistons that they never show you. The game was just physical then. That's not how they won. Because if they just did that, well, hell, everybody would foul out, wouldn't it? Wouldn't be anybody to finish the game. If all you're going to do is go in there and hit people. You don't have 3 Hall of Famers and a Hall of Fame coach that coached the dream team because all we did was hit Michael Jordan. Hall of Fame owner, Hall of Fame general manager. Damn, all that because all we did was punch Michael Jordan? Damn, we should have been punching him a long time ago. It's just that people watch documentaries and they don't get any education about what's happening. The documentaries are just completely ridiculous. They're gonna be, well, they were beating on us and then we finally said we gotta get stronger. So the whole summer we lift weights and then they couldn't beat us no more. We stood up to the bullies. I'm like, How the hell you getting bullied and you an NBA basketball player? Well, O'Malley must want to get knocked out. I think that's good for O'Malley. The Pistons realized in order to beat Michael Jordan, they analyzed his game, and Isaiah figured out what to do with Michael Jordan. In '89, and this is where it started to change. They used to beat Michael Jordan all the time. But it changed because they moved Michael Jordan to a point guard position in '89. Doug Collins wanted him bringing the ball up more, so therefore he could see the court and see the defensive set and exploit it better, instead of him playing off the ball and letting Paxson or Vincent bring the ball up. So John Paxson wasn't bringing up the ball as much. Michael was bringing it up. So he could attack the defense before he gets set, and he could just score in transition and get to his positions. So he was exploiting that, having the ball at the top of the key, seeing the defense and seeing where the trap is going to come from. So before the help could get there, he's already done hit his spot, accelerated, did whatever he wanted to do. Now, Michael Jordan is great scoring from the right side of the court. He doesn't really have a very good left hand. The Pistons and their coaches and Isaiah, these guys are masterminds of basketball. They don't just play the game. They cerebrally break it down. Isaiah was the Tom Brady of basketball. He broke this game down to a science. He knew Michael Jordan, when he goes to his left, would only take 2 dribbles with his left hand and then go back to his right. Michael Jordan wasn't very comfortable using his left hand to dribble. His ball handling skills was so-so, but he had massive hands, so he could palm the ball, and it covered up for a lot of his insufficiencies of dribbling. Now, when Michael goes left, he's only going to take 2 dribbles, and he's going to either go back to the right hand or pull up. He's not going to dribble more than 2 times with his left hand. So he's uncomfortable on that side of the court. Force him left. So they would force him to go left. He would pick up the ball, and he's not comfortable shooting over there. He would swing the ball till he can move and go through picks and try to go to the right side of the court. And Michael would do that a lot, and he was giving up the ball and making him chew up the clock. They would let Scottie Pippen and all those other guys put the pressure on them to have to try to shoot the ball and make baskets, and they was like reluctant to want to do so, because in their brain is branded, get the ball to Michael Jordan. So they start forcing things, and this is how you get turnovers. This is how you get steals, and Michael getting the ball with like 3 and 4 seconds on the shot clock. These are the ways you beat teams. And Detroit was all about defense, help defense. You have Rodman, who changed to different looks. You have Joe Dumars on him, which makes it hard for him to dribble past Joe, because Joe is shorter. He can get under Michael Jordan better. He knew how to move his feet. And he can anticipate Jordan's moves because he's played against him a lot. He knows what Jordan likes to do. So he can anticipate it and beat Jordan to the spots. Dennis Rodman is athletic. He will bang and run with Michael, and Michael can't get by him. All of the elements about basketball that you love was removed. And now we have this remedial thing where everybody who score a bucket, they trying to make like a Hall of Fame player, and it's like, are you kidding me? Who's he playing against? How the hell is he here? in the Hall of Fame. I can't put him in the category with players who played when it was real. I can't say a wide receiver in the NFL today is better than Jerry Rice, better than Randy Moss or T.O. You can't do that. Man, Cooper Kupp better than them. I can't say that because Cooper Kupp can catch the ball going across the middle and don't have to worry about getting clotheslined. That's a whole different feeling mentally when you know you're coming across the middle and no one can touch you or it's a foul. And back in those days, you can't see it. You know the hit's coming, but you just got to be ready to take it when the ball comes because you're going to get leveled. And it was all legal. Imagine coming across the middle and Ray Lewis is there. Those guys ain't there no more. So you can't compare these guys to the players of yesteryear. If Cooper Kupp had to come across the middle knowing Ray Lewis is there, that boy get alligator arms so quick he be... I had to tell everybody he was the best player in the game. Like, as far as footwork, he had the best footwork of any wide receiver in football. This is before they won the Super Bowl. I was telling y'all, I said he has the best footwork of any wide receiver in football. Cooper Kupp has the best feet. I'm like, I study the game. I watch people with patterns. That's why everybody's talking about Julio Jones. I'm like, Julio Jones? Ain't worried about no damn Julio Jones. Looking like Ruggiero. He's just a tall basketball player who couldn't play basketball, so he went out there on the field. He can jump and make catches. That's it. Nothing special about him. He ain't got no footwork. Ray Lewis was better. Urlacher was good, but Urlacher never played linebacker until he got in the NFL. This dude was basically special teams, and I think he played like safety. He had to learn the position. He was on special teams, and then he was a safety. That's why in the Pro Bowl, I was there for his first Pro Bowl. I was in Hawaii. So, yeah, I got his autograph, everything. I told him then, and he was like, man, I'm finna play special teams. I'm like, you gonna play special teams? He's like, yeah, man, I get more playing time. He was like, you wanna play special teams? I'm like, oh, man, that's what I used to play in college. Put me in special teams. And Urlacher could run. So if you try to go like lateral, and a running back wasn't gonna beat Brian Urlacher. Normally they would beat the average guy to the corner. You wasn't doing that with him. Well, the thing about Urlacher, he had his best years when he had real linebackers he played right next to him. His best years is when he had who? Roosevelt Colvin and Lance Briggs. He had Roosevelt Colvin next to him. They went to the Super Bowl. Whenever he got a great linebacker right next to him to help him out, Brian Urlacher could be supernatural. That's why the Patriots picked up Roosevelt Colvin, and they won Super Bowls. He needed somebody to work with. to get him better. Nothing wrong with that. Lance Briggs. Only thing that beat Lance Briggs was baby mama. Man, this dude went and tore up his car on purpose and tried to collect the insurance money because the baby mamas was coming. Oh, well, I gotta say that for Patreon. I'm giving y'all too much. They did pay Lance Briggs. Then they didn't want to pay him again. That's what happened. And rightfully so. After Briggs got that first bit of money and he stayed, he had baby mama problems. He started getting fat, stressed, hurt. Then they had to let him go. And I totally got it. So Roosevelt Colvin and Lance Briggs helped make Urlacher the linebacker he was. And he needed that. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. And I was there when it happened. It was brutal for Urlacher. It was brutal not by Singletary, Dick Buckets. Dick Buckets hated Brian Urlacher. And I don't know why. And we were there at the convention, man, and we're like, what the hell going on here? I have never seen it in the history of sports at a football convention. One of the Hall of Fame greats of all time just ripping and tearing down the future of the franchise, and they got him here, and he's right there listening to all of it. Like sitting down in autographs and meeting fans. Dick Buckets is standing up and he's having a conversation because this guy had drew this artwork showing the legacy of the Bears linebacker. And they got Dick Buckets, then they got Mike Singletary, then they got Urlacher on there, on this painting that he drew. And so this guy's feeling real good about the painting. He's feeling real good and happy about what he just accomplished. And all of a sudden, Buckets is in there giving a speech. And he was like, yeah, well, that's what's wrong with the game today, you you got guys in there. He's like, look at this painting here. It's a beautiful painting. I understand why Mike's in it, and Mia's in it, but why is he there? And he was naming another Bears linebacker that should have been on it. That make more sense. That guy never played linebacker in college. Like, not a linebacker. I'm like, damn, Brian Urlacher there. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, B. He was like, sorry, I'm used to it. Like, I guess this has been going on for a long time. And I didn't even know. Dick Buckets was ripping this man to shreds right in front of his face. Like he wasn't even there. And I'm like, this is a Bears convention. And you rooting a star player, tearing him apart. And they got you here for like the 3 linebackers. They trying to promote this thing. Mike Singletary ain't doing that. They got all 3 of them there. The truth behind Urlacher's hair, the truth is he got a hair transplant and got into this restore, and he was the biggest thing ever. And once he got that hair, I didn't know he like his hair stopped growing when he was in like high school. In college, he started going bald, but he always felt self-conscious about it. He wanted his hair back. So now he's hair lacquer. That's what they call him here. Hair lacquer. Brian Hair Lacquer. Yeah, he beat Ray Lewis in the weightlifting contest. When they was coming into the NFL, they had all the linebackers there. Urlacher was a rookie. And he bench pressed Ray Lewis. I think Urlacher bench pressed like 500 something pounds. And he was like, Ray, you done? That's it? Ray stopped. Ray was like, I'll tweak something. I ain't going no more. That's it. Ray wasn't hitting it no more. Ray was like, nah, I'm done. He was like, all right, I hit this. It was like 5 something. He hit that. And Urlacher won the bench press contest over Ray Lewis. And everybody thought he was better than Ray Lewis, his linebacker now. Because he bench pressed. I benched him. I was like, Ray just wasn't finna kill himself and get hurt trying to win no weightlifting contest. Ray was like, nah, that was enough. I'm good. Urlacher or Ken Norton? Well, I'm going to tell you, the game was different. It's hard to compare a running back. It's hard to compare linebackers. Because running backs now, in the modern era, start running more lateral. Running backs back then was power straight up the gut. Now these guys use their athleticism, and Brian Urlacher was way more athletic than Ken Norton and did a lot more than Ken Norton. He could drop back in coverage better than Ken Norton. So, I mean, you can say what you want. Norton had a lot of help on defense to where Ken Norton didn't really have to do too much. Oh, you talking about Merton Hanks on San Francisco 49ers when he got slapped? Yeah, they slapped him dead smack in his face. What? Slap. What? Slap. Yeah, that was Merton Hanks that he was talking about. Don't worry about me. I got it. Once he started talking like that, Prime told him again. Oh, don't worry about it. Slap. Yep. So Yeah, they didn't send out any notifications or nothing for this. But get ready. Yep. Patreon all day. You know it. It's coming.